Bourbon Barkeep. It's House Call Wednesday. Happy you're here. If you are new here, welcome first off. House Call Wednesday, we do blind battles. We got pre-assigned blind tastings, and I don't know what I'm tasting, and it makes for hopefully an intriguing episode, and we get answers because we don't know ages, we don't look at labels until the end, and then we also do a little bang for the buck. So there's a lot that happens in these next, hopefully 15 minutes. I've been told sometimes these go a little long. So without further ado, like, subscribe before anything else goes wrong. And we're gonna go ahead and start nosing Glass A. Oh, and to the people that are returning, you are loved and welcomed back as well. It's not just the new people that count, you know? Here we are. That is grape bubblegum all over it. Honey, vanilla. Ultra sweet, but a lot of traditional whiskey notes. Not getting a ton of rye, so she's smelling like bourbon. Yeah, it's very sweet. Ultra, almost artificial vanilla, almost confectionery sugar. Not almost, I mean, it smells like it. Nice bright kind of green apple. I'm highly intrigued by it. It smells like it's gonna be a nice easy sipper. The color kind of alludes to that as well, so let's get it on the palate. It's nice. It's nice. Caramel green apple. The grape kind of goes away. Ooh. Little tingle on the tongue up front. Could be first sip. For something that doesn't have a ton of burn to it, hangs around the tongue. My mouth is very watery. Kind of here for that. Makes for weird sound effects, but here we are. That caramel, vanilla, brown sugar kind of continues. A little bit of leather starting to kind of come out in the aftertaste. I like it. It's easy. It sips easy. It sips simple, not in a bad way. Let's see if anything else comes out for sip two. Sip two, delightful. You don't need to spend a lot of time with it, but this is something with college football now back. And if you're watching this at a later date and college football's not on, this could be weird. Pick your sport. You sit with this, easy sipper. It at least gives you a lot of flavor on the tongue, but there's not something that you need to spend time with and really dive into. Apple cinnamon chips all over the place, strawberry, and then you're still caramel, vanilla notes. I like it. Like I said, it's just easy. And sometimes that's kind of what you want. Glass B, same color. We'll see if it's the same. Well, why would it be the same? Ooh, this one goes a little more citrusy, like a grapefruit. I don't think I've gotten grapefruit before on a whiskey, but like a ruby red kind of grapefruit, maybe like a zest of it, like if you had like a fancy cocktail. I'm just gonna repeat with the caramel vanilla still there. This one kind of goes a little more honey, a little bit brighter on the nose. Really enjoy it. I do like a good citrus, little lemon, little lime, and apparently a little grapefruit. Let's see. Yeah, not much else coming out. You can really get your nose in there, but this is going into that lemon, lime, grapefruit. You could even say like kind of the gummies. I don't know. There's got like a Mike and Ike maybe, but in my mind it has sugar on it. I don't know why, but not the Mike and Ike, like the candy that I'm smelling. Maybe like the fruit slices that we've been through a couple times before. But yeah, this is completely different seasons, if you will. I do like kind of pairing my whiskeys with seasons. So this one drinks much more summery on the nose, not drinks, smells more summery. The other one, you can convince me a little more fall. Let's see if the seasonal nose matches the palate. Yeah. A lot more rye coming out. Ooh, that's nice. I like that. Almost refreshing. It's about as simple as Glass A in terms of you're probably going to get 4 notes, but this one's just going to go a little more rye than your leather. So depending on what you're looking for, this is going to be a very simple choice for you. The mint or spearmint kind of comes out, doesn't go into like kind of that winter fresh. It's like a fresh mint. This is a very fresh pour. Actually, I do actually really enjoy it. On the finish, not a long hug. It still seems to kind of linger on the tongue, touch more drying than watering, what Glass A was. But that lemon zest, yeah, I'll stick with just lemon zest, kind of sticks around. Licorice, more on the swallow. Yeah, I don't know what I was expecting after that nose, and it did not disappoint. So now, sip 2, let's see. Sip 2, you can kind of get in there a little bit more. I do feel like a little bit more leather is starting to come out, palate and finish. The other notes still do kind of remain the same. Sip 2, I felt like I could get a little more like a coffee cake. So a little bit of cinnamon kind of coming out there, and then whatever else is in coffee cake, because I don't bake, I just enjoy the baked goods section. This one, I gotta believe that there's some rye in there, because just that freshness and like kind of this sweet tea, sweet black tea, is there on the nose and all the way through the finish as well. So now what we need to do is go on to some scoring. You're gonna buy these bottles regardless of seasons, right? I mean, this isn't a seasonal exclusive channel. So even though we'd like to reference our seasons. So what we're gonna do, we do the senses first. Just the experience, we don't care about price. We've already mentioned we don't care about labels. It's just what's on the tongue, and was it good, or do we just donate it to your friend that has no idea what they're tasting? And then we do bang for the buck. And there was a second part in there, it was in the back of the mind, bang for the buck, and that's where we take price into consideration, but still no label. So that's kind of a hot topic sometimes in the comments section. Hey, you can't change it. Well, guess what? I can't get who? Weller CYPB for $50. So what am I supposed to do? I can't score it at 50. Back off. It's like every other video. I feel like I go on a rant about that, and I still keep it. But you guys do love it, so I'll take it. Thank you for the feedback. Mainly the positive ones. Bang for the buck. So that's like, hey, did I get my $50, $75 worth? Would I go above it, or was I disappointed all around? So we do all that. I'm gonna do just a few more sips, and then we're gonna come back and score. So stay tuned. On the revisit, I came to the conclusion that the scoring for these ones are gonna be absolutely miserable. I think it's just because they're just so different. Yeah, I mean, it boils down to if you enjoy a little bit of what comes across as rye with those teas and citrus, I've really been enjoying lately. I do think the whiskey that's in Glass A, it's extremely traditional, and it's done traditionally very well. But the intrigue of Glass B, it's gonna be a tough score. On normal days, I would like a little more girth in my glass, if you will. Are they smooth? Yes. And very sweet? I very much enjoyed them. My personal preference, I would like something with just a little more meat. It doesn't have to be barrel proof every single time, just a little more meat. But our just highly average is 50. So if you go up from 50, you're enjoying it. If you go down, it's poor. Yeah, pours, yes. Glass A, I can't put it into the good stuff just because it does lack kind of that meat to it. but I really enjoy it. And assuming this is under 100 proof, like I said, it's done really well. So it's just gonna be 69, something everybody enjoys. And the number, no, getting risque. Moving on, glass B, I'm battling here because when you're tasting a lot of whiskey for a channel and pleasure as well, these bottles that just kind of throw you for a loop in a good way, you want to score better, but I have a feeling I just gravitate towards glass A's tasting notes a little bit more, but glass B is done super well as well. Man, this is tough. I'm stalling. I can feel it inside. We're gonna go 67. I think on a normal day and just scoring the bottle, I think I like glass A more. But what's in glass B, I'm really intrigued by. The mystique is really drawing me in, but I gotta stick with it. Yeah, we're gonna go there. All right, so you're gonna see me look down a few more times. That's to reveal the prices to me, and then we can do bang for the buck. I can't do bang for the buck without knowing the price. So here we are. So the randomizer, 91, Battle, 91. Maybe some featherweights. Is that a knock again? They gotta be under 100 proof, I'm hoping. All right, glass A, $35. Glass B, $35. Not damn you. Okay, this is gonna, so we do bang for the buck, as we've said. I now know they're both $35. Here's going to be the problem. I don't want the algorithm to generate another tie, but these are going to be extremely close. One might think glass A's bang for the buck will win because it scored better in senses. What is holding me back on that is glass A tastes like a lot of things. I mean, you're gonna have the traditional notes, regardless whether you're done well. You have these traditional notes that seem to be out there, right? Like I didn't have a curveball, if you will. Glass B, on the other hand, it was really smooth and very different. At $35, glass A, I'm gonna stick in that high 60s. I'm gonna go 68. I think that I would pay a hair more than 35. The thinness and what kind of comes across as not youthy, but I don't think it's a high aged by any means. I think $35, $40 is pretty good. 45, I would maybe struggle, but it's not outrageous. So I'd pay up, and I definitely got my $35 worth. Glass B, on the other hand, I don't know what it is. I don't know how different it could be, but it's not something that I feel like I've experienced many times in a bottle. So at $35, I'm going to go 69 again. I think that the uniqueness, I think I would probably pay the same amount, go up to that 45 and feel a little better about myself. But I think this is where the uniqueness should pay off rather than what I prefer on the senses of glass A. Man, this could not make any sense when I watch this back, and I'm gonna have to put it out. All right, so now I gotta see if we tied. No tie. We've had a tie. I'm not here for ties. Okay, so glass A took it by a hair, and I stand by it. Now I gotta actually do the bottle reveal because you're the only people that actually know what this is now. All right, so 91. We click our Google Forms drop down, and Buffalo Trace. That grape bubble gum makes a little more sense now, and the Green River Straight Bourbon. I don't know if I pair these together substitute-wise or just, well, obviously price-wise. Yeah, I'm not going to go over everything again, but for your ears, which one makes a little more sense? But at $35, you can pull the trigger on that Green River and be quite delighted if you like lemon and sweet tea, which I do greatly. Wrapping up, we'll go back through the like, subscribe spiel. We've been seeing subscribers roll in. Noah and I are just grinding, trying to get monetized. So our whiskey budget is a little more, what's the word? Explainable to females in our life. So that's what we'll roll with. So do your boy a service and just click that button for free and forget you did it and just go on about your life. Outside of that, yeah, there's 2 $35 bottles out there that I would definitely recommend putting on your shelf. And it does kind of boil down to a little bit of seasonal action, but it's very worth it when it is summer for that Green River. Just continue to put out good juice. Love them. Love you all. Cheers.